Well, welcome back to St. Bridget's Church. It's taken us a while to get here, but finally the doors are open once again. We're opening for 2 hours a week initially, and with time we'll be opening for a bit longer. So if you want to come back and engage in some private prayer this week, we'll be open from 10:30 till 12:30 on Wednesday, and come with me and I'll show you what to expect when you come.
Safety is a huge priority for us. So we have a number of things in place to try and make sure everyone is kept safe and to make sure you feel comfortable in your church. So we're operating a one-way system. You'll come into the church as you normally do through this door, then just follow the arrows and signs around the rest of the church. As you enter the foyer, take time to read the posters on the notice board. When you enter into the church, you'll be greeted by someone behind this desk. They'll explain to you what you need to do, and there's a sign on the table to remind you as well. But essentially, you just need to wash your hands with the hand sanitizer provided, and then pick up one of the red pieces of paper. If you would feel safer using PPE, then just let us know. We have gloves, we have masks, we have visors, and we have aprons. Although we are trying to operate a one-way system the best we can, we do only have one aisle in the church, so we simply ask that you wait behind the line on the floor until the aisle is clear of people walking. If the aisle is clear, then go ahead and find a seat. As you walk down the aisle, you'll notice some of the pews are closed. That's because we want to ensure social distancing is maintained within the church, so we're only allowing every third pew to be used. And only people from the same household can occupy the same pew at the same time as someone else. So once you have found the pew you want to sit on, head on in and sit at the furthest point you can away from the aisle. You'll probably notice that some of the pews have red pieces of paper on them. They're there to indicate that someone else has already sat in that seat during that session while the church has been open. So if there's a red piece of paper there, we do ask you not to sit in that seat. You can sit in the middle of that pew, you can sit on the aisle side of that pew, unless of course there's a red piece of paper in those two seats as well. If there's three red pieces of paper on a pew, that means the pew is shut for the remainder of the session. So once you've found your seat, sit down and enjoy spending some time with God. Then when you're done, stand up, leave your red piece of paper where you've sat, and then head out to the aisle. Although before you enter the aisle, just check to make sure there's no one else walking down the aisle or going up the aisle themselves. And then exit through the rear door of the church. And don't worry, there are signs there to remind you. You will have noticed that all of the kneelers and cushions have been removed from the pews. That's to avoid us having shared objects. When you reach the back of the church, you'll find another table with hand sanitizer and a plate on it. The plate is there for any donations you may want to give, but don't feel any pressure. But we do ask that you use the hand sanitizer before leaving the church.
I know it's not the ideal setup, but it's a start. And at least we're able to come and pray in the church once again. So please do come and join us on Wednesday at 10:30 till 12:30. I look forward to seeing you there.